This week, we'll be talking about the latest Star Wars news stories. Plus, we're discussing whether or not the Separatists had a point. All this and more taking place in the Resistance HQ.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this and not join them! Bring balance to the Force! Not leave it in darkness!
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace, justice, and the Old Republic.
I will not be the last Jedi. The Force will be with you. Always.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Hey there, Star Wars fans, and welcome to the Resistance HQ podcast, a weekly family-friendly Star Wars podcast.
In today's episode, we're breaking down the latest Star Wars news stories and thinking about whether the Confederacy, hard word to say, of independent systems, also known as the Separatists, actually had a good point when they separated from the Republic.
Before we start, I would just like to remind you guys to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to us on. It really helps us out. And check out our Instagram at ITRHQ. Also, don't forget to visit my YouTube channel, Astro Productions. That wasn't as terrible as it could have been. You still messed up.
I mean, we did it 4 times.
It was the fourth time lucky, as they say.
Yes.
Just stick to the script next time. Alright.
I did.
Well, you didn't, because you added bits.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm an interesting person.
Yeah. Are you though? So yeah. How's life? You had a good week?
Well, you know, the only thing on really is the Bad Batch.
It's
Bad
well
Batch was
exciting.
good.
It was good. We're going to discuss that slightly later.
Alright.
I tell you what, it's well exciting. I'm dusting all my Lego sets. They look so much better when I've dusted them. Literally,
Never dusted a Lego
they
set in
were
my life.
caked in dust. It was so bad. I had to wear a face mask when dusting them because there was that much dust on them. Literally, if I hadn't worn the face mask, I probably would have killed myself because there was so much dust in my life.
Why do you even let them get that dirty?
I just never got around to dusting them. I have God only knows how many Lego sets. It's a lot to dust. And the one I was dusting yesterday is it's like my Rebel base or like my Lightsaber base. So it's like one of the sets I just last. But like the other sets I've dusted fairly recently. But that's like there are like 3 of them that I haven't dusted in ages because they're the ones I do last.
Do you know what dust actually is?
Yeah, they're skin cells, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just devil puppets, bits of detritus.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what that is.
Just bits and bobs in the air.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had to kind of clean it all. It looks so much better now, and I changed it up slightly. It's like nicer. It's cool because I decided that I wanted to change it slightly and because in the middle I basically before I just had all like my minifigures jammed on there, and then like there were just so many, so I'm expanding it slightly, and also it's well cool. I'm making a command table. I'm like a command table mock, just like a little 8x8 one in the British studio. It's gonna look so good.
Didn't I sell you some minifigs?
No, you didn't.
Well, I did. And
No,
then...
you didn't. We talked about it. We settled on a price and the minifigures, but we never actually got round to transactioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you originally wanted it for your wheel and then you bought the wheel anyway. So,
Well. Yeah.
yeah. We might have to come back to that sometime. I forgot about that. Yeah, Lego sets look so much better when they're dusted, people. So dust your Lego sets. It's a pain in the backside. Takes ages.
I would dust mine if any of them were actually
built, yeah.
Yeah, and not disintegrated across my
Literally,
entire house.
my problem is, like, I mean, it's half term now, so I should be able to do more. But like, by the time I'd finished all my Legos, like I finished, it was time to restart again, because that's how long it takes me to dust all those sets. Because there's so many, it's so bad. But like, so I've now dusted everything, all my sets apart from my Millennium Falcon and my First Order Star Destroyer. And literally, they are so dusty, those 2 sets, that I'm having to disassemble them and reassemble them. Because otherwise, there's just no way that I'd be able to get the dust out. Like, I'm having to fully disassemble and build the sets again from scratch and dusting each piece. Or
Imagine
like
trying to dust, like, the Star Destroyer. I mean, Star Destroyer, Death Star,
Oh god, the death. You know that Death Star 2, the UCS one with like with the bits out.
So
That
both
would be
Death Stars are just the same.
No, so there's Death Star 1, which is the playset, which is like open at the sides, and then there's a display Death Star 2,
Mhm.
which is paddle but has that open bit. That'd be a pain in the be really difficult to dust.
My brother got that first one.
Did he?
Ages ago for Christmas. Yeah.
I always wanted that one. If they did it paddled, it would look so much better. Because like I like the playset, but like you also kind of want it for display.
Yeah.
My only problem is I have no way to put anything.
Well, like the Millennium Falcon, when you just kind of like pull everything up.
Yeah.
That old one. I had
My
that
Millennium
one.
Falcon
It
is
was
really
so
dusty.
good.
Wait, which Millennium Falcon have you got?
I think it was 2011.
I've got 2015. I've got the Force Awakens one. I really want the episode 9 one, because A, it has really good figures, and B, it's like, so like, you know when our Millennium Falcons, you have to like lift up each of the panels individually, and there's like gaps between them.
Yeah.
On the 2019 Rise of Skywalker one, the panels are like grouped in things of 3, so there are no gaps, and you just pull them all up. It looks so cool. Yeah, I'm easily satisfied by Millennium Falcon. Yeah, so that's been my interesting life of just dusting Lego sets. I had to. Not only did I actually have to dust like the base, I had to dust all the individual minifigures. That's how bad it got. I had to dust minifigure guns. Who dusts minifigure guns? Well, me, but you know, it really wasn't good.
I don't think I've ever encountered that problem of having to dust.
Yeah, mine just get dusty.
Because I guess when I had them, I played with them. I didn't really have them as display.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing is, when I was younger, I used to play with them more because I was younger. But now it's like, because I can't play with my Lego sets without going, right, okay, so I need to change that I want to adapt, that I want to change and build into that, and then I'm just like, this is going to cost me so much money, I can't be bothered to buy all the pieces, so I just put them away so I don't end up spending like 50 quid on parts, because I inevitably know I will. Like the second I start trying to think about that Rebel base, I'm like, right, okay, I need to do this, and this. I need to spend a couple of hours on Bricklink Studio designing this. I need to work out what piece I need there. And before you know it, that's 50 quid of my money gone. Well, I don't want to spend that. That's so much money. I don't have anywhere to put it. It gets big. I can't put it on the floor. It'll get even more dusty.
The most expensive Lego set I got was Ewok Village.
I've always wanted that.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, I'm a big Lego Star Wars fan, as you can tell probably. I don't have a single Lego Star Wars UCS set.
UCS?
Yeah. Which is really kind of weird.
What's UCS?
Ultimate Collector Series. The big sets. Like the
Oh,
really
yeah,
big
yeah,
sets,
yeah.
I mean, I have the Baby Yoda big fig. The buildable character.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't built it yet because I don't have anywhere to put it.
Split on your bed.
But literally, so I have the Death Star Final Duel and the Baby Yoda big fig. Just put a mood figure size. It's just sitting on top of my wardrobe because I can't build them because I have nowhere to put them. So they're just sitting there in the box. Like I've had the Death Star Final Duel since Christmas. That has Darth Vader with arm printing in.
It's
killing
which
me.
one is it? Like the old one or the
No,
new
it's the newest one, the 2021.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that in like a
Yeah.
video.
And I'm hoping to get like the Razor Crest for my birthday, which is in 18 days. Whoop, whoop. 18 days feels good today. What are you getting me?
It's a surprise.
Yeah. And so I'm hopefully gonna get the Razor Crest for my birthday, and then I'm gonna buy myself the Bad Batch shuttle because I really want that. Like the Bad Batch shuttle
It's a
isn't
really
brilliant.
nice shuttle.
The actual build of it isn't brilliant. It's a bit off in places, but I still really want it. I'm kind of sad we don't get an Amiga minifigure though. Amiga. That was so good. It's because your voice hasn't broken yet. You've just got a really high pitched voice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. So speaking of Amiga and stuff, we should probably now move on to news of the week.
That's not how the Force works. Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong.
Many Bothans died to bring us this information.
Look, I can't hold forever. If you reach him, tell him Leia has an urgent message for him about his mother.
Good job.
Now,
Alrighty
our
then.
so we're going to do our Bad Batch review second. Our first news story is that Zack Snyder spoke
Who's
about
that?
his potential Star Wars film. So Zack Snyder, he did. You know, have you heard the whole thing about Zack Snyder's Justice League?
No.
Okay, so, well, okay. So, you know about the DC universe, right?
What's DC?
Okay, it also does so. So you know how the current DC universe is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they originally had Justice League, which was directed by Joss Whedon. But so originally Justice League was being directed by Zack Snyder, but he had to leave due to personal complications. Joss Whedon came in. The movie was terrible. Everyone hated it. So there was a huge fan campaign to get the Zack Snyder's cut of it released. It got released about a month or two ago, I think. And it's supposed to be an absolutely brilliant movie, like really, really phenomenally good.
Mm-hmm.
So he's spoken about this.
What is it, like a Dave Filoni cut of the Rise of Skywalker?
No, because Dave Filoni never worked on the Rise of Skywalker. It would be like if they released Colin Trevorrow's Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Except I believe the base plot is very similar. So I think the difference. So Zack Snyder's Justice League is essentially like Joss Whedon's Justice League, but bigger, better villains, better crafted. So it's the same plot, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like if we got like like the George Lucas cut of Revenge of the Sith, which is 4 hours long.
Did we ever get that?
No. So Revenge of the Sith is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. George Lucas originally made it 4 hours, but had to decided to cut it down. It'd be like if Disney now released a 4 hour version of Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. So that was what Zack Snyder's Justice League was like.
Oh, I think I had this PS2 game of Revenge of the Sith, and it came out just before the actual movie came out, and I'm pretty sure it has lots of that stuff in it.
Yeah. Like the novelization has a lot of that stuff in.
A lot more scenes in the ship at the beginning.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra stuff. So this comes from enemy.com. Obviously, this will be linked to the bottom. Back in 2013, when Snyder was gearing up to release Man of Steel, which is the first DC movie, actually, that's supposed to be very good, news broke that he was developing a Star Wars movie inspired by Akira Kurosawa. According, the report stated that it would be a Jedi epic loosely based on Akira Kurosawa's 1954 classic Seven Samurai, with the Ronin and the Katana being replaced by the Force-wielding knights and their iconic lightsabers. Often listed as one of the greatest films of all time, Seven Samurai is known to be a perfect favorite of George Lucas. It focuses on a village of farmers who hire 7 Ronin, or masterless samurai, to combat bandits planning to steal their crops. Snyder denied the report. A spokesperson for the director told The Hollywood Reporter why he is super flattered because he is a huge fan. Zack is not involved in any way with the new Star Wars. He is currently in post on his 2 films, Man of Steel and 300 Battle of Artemisia. Not much has been said about the rumored project in the 8 years since, but Snyder has now confirmed that a discussion with Lucasfilm about the movie did take place, and that George Lucas even offered the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi to Seven Samurai star Toshiro Mifune. Snyder also revealed that the project is not completely dead. We talked about it, but it never happened, Snyder told the Happy Sad Confused podcast. I've been working on it away from the Star Wars universe on my own as a sci-fi thing. It's still a sci-fi thing. It's the same story. Now I'm just going to let Star Wars be Star Wars. So essentially Snyder saying here that he was in talks with Lucasfilm to do this movie based on the Seven Samurai for Star Wars. They just never got around to doing it. But it's not kind of completely dead. I know you don't really know who Zack Snyder is, but how would you got any thoughts on this?
So, what is this about samurais?
No. So it's based on the Seven Samurai, which directly inspired the original Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be kind of like a similar plot, like kind of Ronin or Masters, kind of like Jedi going around swinging lightsabers and being awesome.
Well, no, honestly, I've never seen this samurai thing, so...
Neither have I, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But how does... I know you don't really know who Zack Snyder is, but how does, from what you've heard, how does him working on a project sound?
Well, I mean, from what you said earlier, he sounds great.
He is
and
supposed to be
it's
really
more
good.
Star Wars, so anything,
Yes.
really.
I'd be surprised if it happened. Well, I think part of me would be surprised if it happens because I would have thought they'd already sorted something out. But at the same time, Zack Snyder's like really popular right now, so I wouldn't be hugely surprised if it happened.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's not that much here to talk about, given that you don't know who Zack Snyder is. Which gives us a bit of a dilemma. So we're just going to kind of move on from that fairly swiftly. Yeah. So we're now going to talk about the release and do a quick review of episode 5 of the Bad Batch Rampage. First thoughts, what did you think of this thing?
Okay, first thoughts. Well, I feel like the thing you said last episode, where they might fall into the trap of just going to a planet, fixing a problem.
Yeah, I
going to
was
another
thinking of that the
planet,
other day
fixing
as
a
well.
problem. You know, it's a good episode,
Like,
but I mean, if they keep on doing that format,
I like the format. It works for something like The Mandalorian, where there's only 8 episodes, and the last 2 episodes are more kind of concerned with the whole plot. Like, there's an end in sight, yeah?
Yeah.
And, like, there's a goal he's working towards the whole series. The Bad Batch at the moment is just they're running from the Empire. What defines you stopping running from the Empire? At the moment, I'm very much enjoying it. But by the time it gets to kind of episode 16 and you've just been running from the Empire for 16 episodes and doing your own little thing each episode, it's just going to be a bit like, okay, we get the idea. I don't really care.
So in the Mandalorian, yeah, they went to a planet and whatever, fixed the problem, but they also went on with the story.
Yeah,
they introduced new things like Ahsoka, Bo-Katan.
There was something happening.
Yeah.
There was a goal. With this, it doesn't feel like there's a goal. That's one of the reasons I think something like the Clone Wars and Rebels worked really well, because they did it in arcs. And like, so you had 3 or 4 episodes, or 2, 3, 4 episodes, and there was an end goal for those 2, 3 or 4 episodes. And overall for each season, there was an end goal. And I think that's the key thing that I feel at the moment the Bad Batch is missing. It's working well, but it's just like, can we have some arc? Can we have a purpose? Because at the moment we're just not getting that, which is just kind of, you know, a bit okay. I don't really care.
I mean, I think we're making it sound like it wasn't a good episode.
Yeah. Sorry, no, yeah. I love the show. It's brilliant. It's just a bit like, okay, can we move on?
Okay, 5th episode. Are you gonna keep on doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, how much more of this are we gonna do? I want something to happen. You know, they've kind of got it with them trying to work out who Fennec Shand is. I would, obviously they don't know, but like make it more defined. Because at the moment the Fennec Shand thing is kind of like a subplot. It's off to the side. Make that more defined, and then we've got something going. You know.
It's like, oh, like 5 episodes later, oh, we're gonna find out why Fennec Shand was doing this.
Yeah.
I think I need to make it more fast-paced.
Yeah, same. I can confirm for you though that Moochie is not the same Rancor that Luke killed. I know, right? I
kind of like that though, because Moochie looked nice.
I know. Luke killed Patissa. Not Moochie. I liked Moochie.
Yeah.
Moochie was, especially when Amiga was riding on Moochie at the end.
And also when Wrecker was fighting Moochie.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Like, yeah.
They were just kind of like, I can't be bothered anymore. Just.
And then you sleep on each other.
Yeah. I'm surprised we've never heard of Sid before. I would have thought they maybe, for an informant, would have brought back someone from the Clone Wars. I thought that could have been cool. But like, Sid is just like this random dude. Like, could you not have brought back like Hondo or something? Like, would that not have worked?
That definitely would have worked.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, Hondo's. I mean, I wouldn't really call him an informant as such. More of a hindrance. But he's Hondo, you know?
Exactly.
They're friends. Him and Obi-Wan were friends. I would have loved to see Hondo and Obi-Wan meet after the Clone Wars. Like when Obi-Wan's on Tatooine. that has, if Hondo doesn't show up in the Kenobi series, then the entire series
it's going to be a disappointment.
It like the series could be really good, but if Hondo doesn't show up, then it will be my least favorite Star Wars TV show of all time.
For
Because
sure.
Hondo has to show up, and if it's not Johnny Depp playing him, then what's even the point? You know.
Precisely. Well,
Have you watched Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that
yes.
yeah. So that Johnny Depp like that as Hondo would just be so good.
But the thing is, didn't Disney fire him?
That was Warner Bros. Disney never fired him.
Oh, wait.
Warner Bros. Fired him.
It's...
Disney didn't.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Potter is not Disney.
Yeah.
Good,
So as far as we know, Disney is still on. Disney would still hire Johnny Depp.
Good.
No, they may not because he hasn't been hired for anything yet. But at the same time, that just could be because there hasn't been a role for him yet. We don't know. It's hard to tell. But what did you think of the episode? Like, did you enjoy it? Was it nice?
I thought it was the single episode. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, there were multiple points where I thought that Sid was the bad guy.
Yes.
When because I have it with subtitles on, I don't know why, and it was like speaking Huttese. I was like,
yeah.
And then also at the end when she's like,
British,
"Oh,
yeah.
Fennec Shand's going after you. You must be pretty important." And then I thought she was gonna do something then, but nah.
I was pretty disappointed in myself that I didn't recognise the Huttese. Bib Fortuna showed up, and I was like, "How did I not recognise that?
How? I mean,
How do I not recognise the Huttese?"
it's pretty
Pretty
definable.
distinct. Well, I think Joe and I, you and I should teach ourselves Huttese so we could talk in secret at school without anyone knowing what we're saying.
Is it an actual language though?
No bucha gaka mukakuzubuga. There you go.
Oh.
I think I need to teach myself Arabic. I need to teach myself the Arabic
Which one's
alphabet.
that one?
That's like the galactic basic. But you know they have that like alphabet with the weird letters.
Mm-hmm.
I need to teach myself that. That'd be so awesome to know.
Wait, isn't that just
Like-
English though? They speak it in English. But
They speak it in English, but they write it in this alphabet called Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. It's very stylized. I like it. Yeah, I did get a bit of a shock when Bib Fortuna showed up. Yeah, because I was like, "Oh, Bib," because he showed up and I was like, "Why the hell aren't you fat?
Oh, Bib. Yeah. He
Like,
looks
why
he
are
looks
you
so
fat?
triangular.
Get
looks so
fat," and
weird.
then I realised this is Jabba's still alive at this point. He did look pretty triangular, didn't he?
Yeah.
There are some points at the Bad Batch where I thought the animation here isn't quite what I'd expect.
What do you mean? I
Like
thought-
if you want to see,
do you mean the animation style?
Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
like Clone Wars. If you want to Clone Wars Season 7 animation style or Bad Batch, you know you'd think Bad Batch would be better, but I'd say Clone Wars Season 7 the style was much better.
What do you mean, just the style or the?
Just the way they do it. You know, there's some things like Fennec Shan's face just looks completely off. Why
It's
is
just
it?
preference, isn't it?
Yeah, why is her face so big? Why is it so angular? Same with Bib Fortuna. Like, I like it. It's just not quite what I'd expect.
Is it kind of like the angular? Isn't it kind of like Rebels and Clone Wars?
It is a mix of the two, I think.
Yeah.
And then just nothing like Resistance.
Imagine we just see the lightsaber and it's even thinner than the Rebel lightsabers.
Not possible. There's actually a decent theory as to why some of the Rebel lightsabers are so thin. It's because they had to like artificially manufacture kyber crystals because there weren't any around. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't think it is.
How
Because-
does that make sense?
I know, I don't think it is.
Because you see lightsabers in A New Hope.
Yeah. But yeah, that is one theory. I don't buy into it personally. I've been
It's
rewatching
just the
Rebels.
animation style. I don't really mind it if
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Season 3 of Rebels is so good. I
I like
just
all the seasons.
I just love the Mandalore stuff in Rebels. It's so good.
Yeah.
It just works
Some
so
of it's
well.
boring.
The Mandalore stuff.
Yeah.
I like the politics of it. It's true. You know they have Fenval, who
Mhm.
leads the Mandalorians originally. What's his brother called? The one who leads after.
Renfowl.
That's not quite right, I don't think.
Oh.
What's he called?
I didn't even know he had a brother, so.
Yeah, you know the dude like season 3 of Rebels or something later on. So Fenval gets killed by Lady.
Fenral gets. No, that's not Fenral. That's
Not
that's
Fenval. Oh, what's he called?
The
It starts with G.
G. No.
It does.
no.
It does. Governor. Not Gaza Borelios.
Valorum.
No.
No, I
That's
know.
Chancellor.
No, I
Oh,
know who you're talking about.
yeah, I can picture him like because he was in Clone Wars as well.
Yeah.
What's he called? Good.
Oh, Saxon.
Gar Saxon.
Gar Saxon.
Gar Saxon. What's his brother called?
Something Saxon.
Oh well, nah. I'm gonna have to look this up now.
So,
Gar Saxon.
race you there. Viceroy. Gar Saxon.
There's Governor Saxon. Tiber Saxon.
Tiber.
Tiber.
Oh,
Tiber.
Viceroy is just his title, of course. I didn't even know he had a name, to be honest.
Gar Saxon's like really badass and looks like awesome. He's like, you know, like really big. And then Tiber Saxon, I wouldn't have got that.
I mean, it's just a tool for the Empire.
Tiber Saxon just looks a bit weak.
Yeah.
He's got like big, strong Gar Saxon, and then Tiber Saxon, who's just like, you know, there. Tiber Saxon's like the politician of the family. Gar Saxon's like, you know, the brains are born. Gar Saxon's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love his look in the Clone Wars. Like he just looks like kind of like battle hardened and scarred and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to Rook.
Oh, Agent Delorc. What do you mean? What's his name? Thrawn, Admiral Thrawn's pet.
What
Do you mean him?
No, I mean Rook Cast. She was the purple haired lady during season 7.
Oh.
Ah,
I don't really care about her, to be honest.
fair enough. Yeah.
I think you're paying too much detail to small characters.
I am. I like paying detail to small characters. That makes me happy. So, yeah. Anything else you want to say about the Bad Batch? I like the inclusion of the Zygerians.
You know that little animal they use? The flying, gliding
Yeah.
animal. I feel like that should be a good animal because you're Obi-Wan. That's why he always uses those gliding animals, like on Camino.
No, that's a different animal.
I know, but
Yeah, those gliding animals.
same type of animal. Alligator,
No,
crocodile.
we do see those gliding animals in Clone Wars.
Mhm.
But briefly.
I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan rides one of them. and
Yeah,
he's
he does.
freeing Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, because he just kills the guard and nicks it.
So I'm pretty sure they should be good.
Yeah. I think I liked the inclusion, like the Zygerians trying to build back their empire.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I really liked it, but at the same time, it just felt a bit like, oh, you're using another plot point from the Clone Wars. Okay, we get this isn't the Clone Wars, but let's just try and make it a bit more interesting. You know?
Mhm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they're kind of taking
I
the
think
format.
they're reusing too much stuff.
Yeah, the format of Mando and the plot points of the Clone Wars, and just kind of merging it.
Yeah.
Like I'm enjoying it a lot, but it's just like, okay, we get the idea. Let's do something. Let's do something fun and interesting.
Had 5 episodes of it.
Yeah. What happened in episode 4?
I don't know. Episode 3 and 4 kind of just mix in together in my brain because I watched them at the same time.
So
I don't really know.
Was episode 4 the one with like with Amiga when she on like the planet? That's not very descriptive, is it? Oh no, episode 4 was the one where with Fennec Shand.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
I think we've kind of exhausted this now. I think we exhausted it about 10 minutes ago. So I guess we should probably move on to Impression of the Week.
Missy called Jar Jar Binks. Missy, your humble servant.
Great warrior!
Now let's leave your wife out of this. There is no need for such impropriety among thee.
What do you want to do for question of the week? How about Bib Fortuna?
Who's that?
Bib Fortuna.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No Jabba
I'm not good with names. Okay.
Really? You shot me.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've got a cold today, as you can hear. Go on, do your Bib Fortuna impression. Go on.
I can't visualize his voice right now.
He's like a no Jabba na wanga. Na muchia kutama kuka boba mukaka chica. I sound like Jabba there, to be honest.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I really did.
Puka bucha Nico Lapakata
Ooh.
Utu Ipota Jolieta.
That was good. I liked that.
Was it? I didn't think it was
good.
good.
I got that when you went the Ooga, yeah, stuff like that. Ooga beach. What's hello in hotties? I want to find this out.
Hello.
Hello, my name.
It's just a hotties lesson.
Hotties translator. Here we go. Is it hottie? Oh my god! Wow.
Is it on Google Translate?
Convert English to Star Wars Hutties language. Hutties was the language spoken by the Hutts. Man, wow, that was actually. Let's say, right. Hello, my name is Patrick. I can't believe people actually make this stuff. Right, okay, let's see. Hello, my name is Patrick. Translate. Nichuwana wanga, my name's Patrick. So yours would be Nichuwana wanga, my name's Joe. That's awesome.
Let me see this.
If you just search Hotties Translator.
Little wanga mia name's Joe.
Wow, this is wow. See,
I'm gonna be using this all the time now.
This is quite impressive. There's a website called Wormos that's got Hutties, Galactic Basic, Ewok, other languages. Wow, this is quite impressive.
Patrick's so stupid.
I want to know Ewok. This is pretty impressive. What other languages have you got? Wow.
Patrick Sapuko doo.
So I'm just totally getting lost in like Star Wars language here.
Oh, is that is that Geonosian?
Ho. No, there's not Geonosian.
Oh.
I just did it. Wait, let me check. Geo. No, I don't want George Lucas. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it doesn't really give us anything. Do you want to speak Gungan?
I don't really think you can translate Geonosian. It's just an inaudible noise.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It has to be in person.
It really does. Because you can't really write the sounds down.
Yeah.
Hard. Yeah. Geonosian just doesn't work like that.
You could probably write them down in Geonosian, but not in English.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess Geonosians probably do have a language, like a written language. I've never really looked into it. Well, that's my evening gone now, isn't it? Do you want to move on to quote of the week now?
Yeah.
Jolly good.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Do or do not. There is no try. He is the chosen one. This is the way.
You are the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this and not join them!
The Force will be with you. Always.
Okay, what do you want to do for quote of the week? Let's just do a fun quote today, like a random one.
I feel like we've used every single quote there is in Star Wars, you know.
I think it's Is Nojaba Nawanga? Is that an actual
No
quote?
Jabba Nawanga.
Because that'd be such a good quote.
What's it even mean?
Nojaba Nawanga.
Oh, that's what it means.
Wait a sec. Hold on a sec. Is Nojaba Nawanga? Oh, it's Diwanawanga, which is like hi. Can that be a quote? Diwanawanga.
No.
Why not?
Joking.
Good.
It's a completely valid language, you know.
Cool. We're doing Diwanawanga. Diwanawanga. Ooga ooga.
Uga puja liga taka no one no ganga.
You know what would be a really cool job? Those dudes whose literal job it is to like design languages for movies. Like your job is to make the language that species speak in movies. Like how awesome would that be? I'm like, yeah,
I mean,
I made Ewok. What have you done with your life? Exactly. I made the Geonosian language. What did you do last month? Exactly. It'd be so much fun. Like, yeah, I'm fluent in Kaminoan. Do Kaminoans have their own language?
yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, they do.
I feel like they do because they're kind of isolated.
Yeah.
And they're not in the Republic.
Mm-hmm.
They probably do.
Have we ever seen them speak their own language, though?
No. Well, if they did, it wouldn't be a question, would it? I think in Legends they probably do. But, you know, that's Legends, which is a bit wacky. Legends, which has Mount Sorrow. You know? You
Legends
know,
that has the tail of the Ewok.
Legends, which is Legends. You know, the thing with Legends is some parts of it are like brilliant. It's like canon. You know, some parts of it are brilliant, and there's some parts of it are like Mount Sorrow for Legends. Or
What is Mount Sorrow?
It's this crying mountain.
Oh, yeah, in the Ewok tales.
Yeah, and then in Star Wars, in canon we have helicopter lightsabers. So yeah.
Oh well.
They were.
It's in Rebels, so it's.
It's all because we only have them for one episode. It was like Dave just chucked them in there. I was like, yeah, why not? Yeah, sure. Hey. You know, I was like, okay, Dave, that was a bit random. You sure you're all right when you wrote that? Okay, well, that was one interpretation of lightsabers. So good for you. It's a bit odd.
After season 2,
we didn't have any Inquisitors, no.
And we didn't have any we had more. That's the only lightsaber guy we had.
Yeah, dark side lightsaber dude. Yeah.
Wow.
But like Thorn was a good enough villain.
Yeah. True.
Thorn's a brilliant villain. I love Thorn. Thorn's just like so savage. Yeah, at the same time he's so calm.
He could be saying the most disturbing thing in the most calm voice.
You know, one of the things that's always struck me about Rebels though, the Rebels are super psycho. Like they will happily just kill. Like I thought you were supposed to be good guys. They will happily just kind of walk up and shoot an officer, or shoot a stormtrooper dead, or do something that results. It was almost certainly results in someone ending up dying. And it's so brutal the way when you think about it, on the surface it doesn't look that bad, but when you actually think about it, they're really brutal. Like they just kill without second thought. I'm not sure they're behind that faceless white armor, but they're still human beings. Sure, they're on the other side, but they are still nonetheless human beings.
Yeah, I know. I've thought about before, but I think they try and hide it with because they're behind the mask. They're kind of
I think that's how Dave's able to get away with it.
Yeah.
if they didn't have the helmet on, it'd be really easy. So really difficult to kill them. Now you can just be like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. So yeah, whatever happened to Lieutenant List? Because I kind of like that dude. The one who
he died.
No, because Callus famed him for being Fulcrum, and then Thorn worked out.
Oh, List him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Thorn worked out that Callus was Fulcrum. So did List get off?
No, because they found out Callum was
Callus,
Callus.
yeah. But like,
Callus
I
was,
actually kind of
from-
want to know what happened to him. Let's get Lieutenant List, a Star Wars story. Sorry, Lieutenant List, a Star Wars story. Hashtag Lieutenant List. That's a t-shirt idea right there. I'm putting that down. Lieutenant
Not
List, a
many
Star
people
Wars
know
story.
who List is.
Everyone should know who Lieutenant List is.
He's the most successful lieutenant ever.
He is. We stan Lieutenant List. Do you want hashtag Lieutenant List a Star Wars story or just Lieutenant List a Star Wars story?
Lieutenant List, a Star Wars story.
No.
Sure.
How about just hashtag we want Lieutenant List a Star Wars story?
Yeah.
So how do you spell lieutenant?
It's definitely Lou. At the beginning.
It's pronounced
L-U.
lieutenant.
No, it's not.
It is.
Alright, so lie.
How do you spell it?
You tell many lies.
LIE.
UTEN.
Yeah, I got it. Hashtag we want Lieutenant List a Star Wars story. I love how we've got like all these t-shirt ideas that are probably never gonna get around to making them.
No, we will.
One day.
One day.
Well, we've got a job. Like even if we've still got like 5 listeners, we'll be like, we're making these t-shirts just for the hell of it.
Exactly.
Because hashtag we want Lieutenant List a Star Wars story. Because Lieutenant List is a legend.
He is.
Also, I want something dedicated to Agent Callus's hair. Because Agent Callus's hair is the best. You know who would be good as Callus? Wyatt Russell.
Who's that?
You know the dude who played John Walker in Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah.
He looks so good as Wyatt Russell as Callus. He would. What's Callus's first
I'm
name?
trying to picture his face, but I guess.
I'll
Yeah.
put a picture on the show notes. What is Callus's first name?
Agent.
No, this isn't Marvel. Literally, one of my favorite lines of the entirety of the MCU is when Coulson walks in and what's his face? Pepper Potts says, "Phil, come in," and Tony Stark goes, "Phil, his first name's Agent," and I'm like,
Wait,
yes,
I don't remember that scene, honestly.
it's the best scene. Here, I'll picture put a picture of Wyatt Russell and Agent Callus on the show notes.
I need to see this.
It actually looks good.
Yes, he would do well.
He would. Agent Callus' first name. Oh.
Wait,
that's kinda...
wait, did you think of this or?
No, it's something I
You
saw
saw
online.
this? Yeah.
Do you know what Agent Callus' first name is?
What?
It's like not what you expect. I'll put it in the show notes. Here. Alessander Callus. That's just like not right.
I've never heard that before.
I know, right? That's just not right for him. That's weird. I don't like that. Alessander Callus. Sounds like he should be Russian. Seriously, Rebels. Agent
Because
Callus.
there's no vowel between the between E and R or whatever.
Like Agent Callus when he's a rebel, like in his rebel uniform. He looks so
I love
cool.
Agent Callus after season 2.
But like, when he's in his rebel uniform, he just looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yes, you have beautiful hair and an amazing beard. Look at that hair. He has awesome hair.
If Obi-Wan's beard was 10 out of 10, it'd be 8.
Yeah. Plus, I like his coat. He's got a cool coat. His rebel's coat is really nice.
Yeah.
Like when he's a rebel. But yeah, do you want to move on to the main section now?
Yes.
That'd probably be a good idea. So yeah, let's move on to. So our main thing today is we're discussing whether or not the Separatists had a point.
You will be a Jedi. I promise.
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic.
Show me again the power of the darkness.
The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun the Clone War, and I am your father.
And
I'm the Jedi.
It's time to let old things die.
you are the chosen one! You were sent to destroy us and not join them!
So first off, I'm going to be blunt. Joe, do you think the Separatists had a point?
Well, taking into account that
So we're talking about like your average CIS senator, like what the actual movement stood for, or rather what people thought it stood for. Do you think?
well, I mean,
they had a point?
kind of before. So when did they break off? When did they break? Was it
I think they first
just
started breaking
before
off-
episode 2?
Yeah, so probably I think in about 5 years before episode 2 is when it all started.
I mean, definitely throughout the Clone Wars, we saw a lot of. I'm trying to think of the words. What's the words? I cannot think of the words, but a lot of stuff in the Senate that just was not legitimate and corruption. It was definitely corrupt. Like we saw when
The Galactic
banking
Senate,
clan
yeah,
trying
I
to
think
get money and stuff.
because
I don't really know
the
much
reason
more
the
about that.
Separatists broke away from the Republic is because A, they
Yeah.
thought the Republic was corrupt, and B, they thought the Republic was slow and didn't get anything done. The Republic was corrupt as hell. The Republic was slow as hell and didn't get a single thing done until they put their super evil Sith Lord as ruler.
Well, I mean, look
Like-
at Coruscant before the war. It looked really nice. I
It
mean,
looked
so much better
nice.
than it was in the war, for sure.
It looked nice, but the Republic was undeniably useless. They just didn't get anything done. They were so bogged down in bureaucracy and stuff. I think one of my favorite bits of Dave Filoni editing is during the episode Heroes on Both Sides. Anakin and Ahsoka and Padme talk about why the Separatists broke away, and Padme's like, they broke away because they think the Republic is corrupt. To which Anakin said, which of course they're not. Cut to next scene, banking clan representative, trade federation representative, and like trade union representative or something in a room together discussing how to bribe other senators into coercing to vote for their
Yeah, I
cause.
remember. I remember you saying this.
Yeah, and I'm like, if that isn't corruption as hell, I don't know what it is.
I mean, but someone like Anakin, who's always on the front lines fighting separatists,
like he wouldn't see that.
General Grievous, evil General Grievous, evil adventurous. Of course, they would think that.
Yeah.
Though.
I think the actual one thing I'm slightly offended by is that like the Separatists who are painted as the evil dudes, their Senate room is literally the exact same as the British Senate room, which is like thanks Dave.
Well, I mean,
Cheers for that. Nice of you to know that you care.
well, I mean, every single I don't know about every single Imperial, but Grand Moff Tarkin, like the first evil Imperial we saw,
was British.
had a British accent.
British
and it's
people
like,
play good villains. We play really good villains because we've got the right accent.
yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
kind of always been there, I guess.
I know, it's just kind of funny.
The bad guys.
But I think the Separatists were in their ideology and what they wanted to achieve, and actually in the way they operated as a unit, not in the war, but as a government, was really effective and so much better than the Republic. The main thing I disagree with the Separatists on is the way they went about fighting the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but
they-
most of the Separatist senators, they
Yeah, I
would
think
have
like,
known anything
the
about
actual
it, wouldn't they?
Separatist alliance here were like kind of super evil during the war. Like you had like Grievous and Ventress and Count Dooku, and they just kind of go around killing people. Like if you didn't have a super evil Sith Lord as your leader, I think the Separatists would have been really cool.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, we saw.
'Cause the Separatists only existed because Palpatine manipulated them into resistance.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're still awesome.
But from
you
the
know.
senator's point of view, what's her name? The
Mina
good
Bonteri.
Mina Bonteri. Her husband was killed by like the evil clone troopers. Do you think they
Yeah.
all thought that of them?
Well, yeah, because I think Heroes on Both Sides, that short arc there is one of my favourite in the Clone Wars. Because it shows how the other side perceived the other side.
Yeah, but which perceive was right though? Like,
I think both perceptions were right.
it was not. That's not what we saw in the Clone Wars, though.
I think
Really.
Mina Bonteri and Lux Bonteri had a point. You know, the Evil Republic was fighting a war against them, tried to stop them from having their freedom and choosing what political ideology they wanted to follow. You know, went and murdered her husband while he was fighting.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
surely.
from the Republic's point of view, the Separatists were trying to destabilize and take over the entire Republic. Both sides were wrong and both sides were right.
Mina Bonteri thought that Count Dooku was like a good person, a good leader, but then was also the person
Who was also killed by Count
who
Dooku.
also was like who ordered people to kill her. So
I think, in fairness, though, most Separatists didn't know what Count Dooku was like. They didn't know he went around fighting on the front lines with a red blade, killing people really evilly.
yeah, exactly.
Most Separatists just thought he was like Palpatine. You know, he was just the leader.
But then, so
a
surely
figurehead.
their perception of the Clone Wars was wrong then.
Yeah, but bear in mind, the leader of the Republic was also an even more evil Sith Lord who did even more atrocities. You know?
Yeah, but not everyone
Reason
thought they
matters.
was good though, did they?
Yeah, but not all the Separatists would have thought that Dooku was good. You know,
No,
they may have agreed with his
yeah.
ideology, but they may not agree with him in his personage.
No, but it was obvious to the Republic side that Count Dooku was evil and it was a Sith Lord. Surely the Separatists also knew that he was a Sith Lord.
Yeah, but it was
because it was open.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Well, bear in
Everyone
mind, bear in mind, Anakin and Obi-Wan didn't even know that he was a Sith Lord until season 5. When there was until in fact they didn't even know he was a Sith Lord until season 6.
What?
They knew of the existence of Darth Tyrannus, of this man called Tyrannus.
They knew that Count Dooku was a Sith.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
They thought he was a dark side user.
Well, yeah, well.
They didn't know he was a Sith.
The average person wouldn't know the difference between a Sith and a dark side user.
Well, I think they would. So, remember during the arc on the Pike Syndicate arc with the Cypher Diaz? It was there they actually discovered that he was a Sith. And also, Dooku would have worked very hard to keep the Separatists from knowing that. Remember, he's the leader. He can control what comes in and out.
No, but they all would have known that he used the dark side and he was evil.
How?
Because everyone knew. Everyone in this Senate knew that.
How?
Because they just did.
I
don't know. I don't know.
If you control the entire Senate and you don't let anything that you don't want to get in, then they can't. They have no way of knowing. Some of them might know.
But they don't just live in the Senate. They go to the other separatist world and stuff.
How would they know?
Hear like stuff from smugglers and.
It's possible that some of them.
I feel like they would have.
It's possible that some of them would have had an idea, but they wouldn't have truly known anything. And also, just because he went around using a red blade doesn't mean he was evil. They thought, they thought that they were fighting for what they believed in. To their knowledge, even if Dooku was going around swinging a red blade, he was fighting for the Separatists. He was fighting for what he believed in.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I think the real thing I'm trying to discuss is were the Separatists not actually right in how they went about it, but their ideology and what they wanted to happen, was that actually right? And not only were they right, but were the Separatists, forget their leaders, because both fascists had corrupt leaders. Forget the kind of the actual politics of it. Were the Separatists, in their essence, not in their leaders, but actually the way they operated as a unit, were they better than the Republic? Because in my opinion, they were. In my opinion, the Separatists had it right. Sure.
Well, also, they were a lot smaller as well, so it's...
Yeah, it was much easier, I admit. But, the whole thing with Heroes on Both Sides, they decided to go into peace talks with the Republic, or they decided that in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The Republic, it's taken them, 5 years to do that, and they still haven't even come to a decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think, although they were smaller, which made they could be more effective. I think they were just inherently more effective, and they worked much better. I think the Separatists had a right. In my
No, but
opinion.
the way they voted, say it just said I. I mean, like they didn't even take an actual vote. They just like.
Well, they probably had like Duke probably had like a sound monitor or like a hand thing. They probably I can't imagine Dooku just did it by like his hearing, because like the dude's in his 60s. He's not that good. In fact, no, the dude's in
True.
his,
I always forget how old he is.
dude's literally like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
It's like Voldemort. In the last Harry Potter movie, Voldemort is 67.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that dude is sprightly for a man of 67. He gets around. Hagrid was like 63. Hagrid was 65 in the last Harry Potter movie.
Oh,
Like
wow.
my geezer gets around.
Well, yeah, that's because he's a half giant. He probably
Yeah.
has like a much longer lifespan.
Yeah, to be honest,
and how old is Dumbledore actually?
literally like.
Remember they joke about it in
He's like
one of the
100.
beginnings of
I think
the
he's like
movies.
115 or something. Because
Yeah.
I think he was born in the 1880s.
Mhm.
He was like, he's well old. I think wizards just generally live longer. But
Yeah, I guess.
Voldemort, I think, something I've always wondered. Voldemort wanted to be immortal. So, and like he didn't want something like this. So did him having the Horcruxes? Does that mean that he didn't age as well? Because that would explain like quite how yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, what's the point of being immortal if in like 200 years time you're just gonna be the shriveled old dude you can't move around? Like no
Nicholas
Voldemort.
Flamel.
Yeah, like Nicholas Flamel was kind of useless. Like no Voldemort, he'd like want to be in control and powerful. So like I imagine like, yeah.
Yeah, I
imagine
guess.
he does something for
I
ages.
guess. Well, yeah, but it's kind of mystery how the Horcruxes work. Like how are they even started?
Well, no,
I'm pretty sure we don't even know that.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling won't tell us how Horcrux is created.
Isn't it like really horrific or something?
She apparently she's told her editor, and the editor threw up. They think and theorize that it's something to do with like
cannibalism or something.
Yeah, they think it's something to do with that you have to eat the body.
Yeah.
And like do some really weird stuff. To be honest, part of me really wants to know, but part of me is like, I want the mystery of not knowing.
Won't sleep at night.
Yeah. But like, also that either that editor has like a really weak stomach, or it's like truly horrific. But I can't imagine what would be so horrific that actually makes me throw up.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe they just like, you know, gassed it up a bit. You know.
So if you were okay, so I'll ask you this question: if you were a senator for a planet or system during the Clone Wars, you didn't. So you were neutral at that point, but you were like, okay, I have to choose a side. You didn't really know anything, and you were just choosing it solely based on their ideology, the way they operated, how effective they were, you know, stuff like that. Not on who was leading them, not on the way they fought, stuff like that. Who would you choose?
I mean, right now I'm saying in my head the Separatists, but I mean,
Mate, I'm Seppies all the way. Seppies have got it right.
yeah, but you've been with the Republic your entire life. You don't actually know if the Separatists like.
No, I'm talking like if you're a neutral planet. Like
there aren't any neutral. I swear every single planet is with the Republic at this point. Well, yeah.
You have to be in the Republic. It's voluntary. I mean, generally the Republic like you to be in the Republic, and if you're not in the Republic, it makes life hard for you.
Oh, if you're in the... Oh, okay.
But
I see what you mean.
You can very easily be neutral.
Yeah.
So if you're like a newly discovered, I'm with the
If I had to choose between Separatists and Republic, there was no option. It was just staying neutral. Then, I mean, yeah, definitely the Separatists.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I give them another 10 years.
Up until now, then you obviously know there's something wrong with them.
I'd give them another 10 years to develop, just to find their footing and work out exactly what's going on, like build their capital properly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with the Steppies, mate, because they got it right. They know what's going on. And I think, like, admittedly, you don't get the Jedi, which kind of sucks, but it would still be awesome. You know, because the Republic was so corrupt on so many levels
Mhm.
Like down like
Well, yeah, because Coruscant had loads of levels.
oh. But like the Republic, like so much of what the Republic did was corrupt.
Mm.
Like so much it was ineffective and slow. So literally, when I read Queen's Shadow, the Republic were just slow and useless and couldn't decide on
Yeah, but I mean,
anything.
to be fair, it's a democracy, and they need to make everyone happy. It's a galactic wide. I mean,
Yeah. But but the Republic were undeniably bogged down in bureaucracy.
yeah.
You know, they got a bit too kind of. I don't really know what sound that was, but still.
I think I know what it was.
I honestly don't know what it was. I think it was like a cow or something.
I thought you were doing like an angry old undecisive politician.
But Boris Johnson, Brexit, coronavirus, yes, Parliament, blue
Yeah, I mean, like
passports.
Corona, like it's obviously just a scam, you know.
Yeah, it's all caused by the 5G. It's
Yeah.
all caused by the 5G. We're joking, by the way,
all
guys. That's
over.
not true. So get your COVID vaccine. Be safe. Wear your mask. Don't
A piece
die.
of clothing protects you from COVID, though. How does a piece of clothing protect you from COVID?
I don't know. I'm not a microbiologist.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah. Ooh. I'd be fair to say, Dooku's pretty cool. I do kind of like Dooku. Like, Dooku was genuinely, like, really clever.
Yeah, but why
Evil,
did he
but
even
clever.
join Palpatine, though, and the Sith?
Because
I mean, he was.
I'll tell you why, mate. I'll tell you why. Because he lost faith in the Republic because it was corrupt and slow and inefficient. That's why.
Yeah, but I swear he was like. Wait, so when Qui-Gon Jinn died, was he his apprentice?
No. So at that point, he left the Order.
No, but Palpatine's master.
Plagueis.
Is he canon or Legends? I
Canon.
suppose. Good.
Yeah, because
So-
Trash the Darth Plagueis survived.
But he was still alive in the Phantom Menace. wasn't
Phantom
he?
Menace, he was still alive, yes.
Yeah.
So Dooku left the Jedi Order before Phantom Menace, went around traveling around a bit. After Maul had been cut in half and Plagueis had been killed, Palpatine was like, "Yo,
And
Dooku."
Qui-Gon Jinn dead.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, Dooku, do you wanna join me?" And Dooku was like, yes, okay." And then Dooku joined him, and then they went round, and then they set up the Separatists, and then people joined the Separatists. And
Wait,
it was
so
awesome.
Dooku
Big
is,
party.
uses like Form 2, right?
Dooku uses Makashi, yeah.
So in a time where the Sith are it's thought to be the Sith are non-existent,
Yeah.
and I mean, like, you're just you're actually peepers of the keys, okay?
Yeah, people the keys.
Yeah, peepers of the
People
keys.
the keys.
Why would you learn Form 2, which specializes in lightsaber to lightsaber combat?
Well, that's one of the things. And he also had a curved blade, which is like specially for lightsaber dueling.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's like a big thing. Like,
Surely that rang some bells, like
yeah, like
some
Yoda
whistles,
was
or
like
whatever they're saying is.
Yoda. I think it's the Dooku Jedi Lost. Yoda was like super concerned about Dooku.
Yeah.
Like, he was using Makashi and a curved lightsaber, like specifically designed for lightsaber dueling. And he was just like, Dooku, why? What do you think is going to happen? Why are you?
And how did Qui-Gon Jinn be such a legend when Count Dooku is his master?
Well, Dooku was a really good master. That's why you need to read Master and Apprentice. I haven't got Master and Apprentice physically.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even if he's a
Master-
really good master, you still get Dooku. I mean,
No, but genuinely, he was really cool. I love Jedi Dooku. Jedi Dooku's awesome.
mhm.
Have you started Light of the Jedi yet?
No, but I
It's
am
really
going
good.
to
It's so good.
this half term
Good.
because I haven't had time because of like stuff in there.
Yeah.
You know, I did 2 hours of revision today.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, I'm impressed.
thank you.
Yeah. So
For uni,
of course, yeah, for you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think in conclusion to our starting question, did Separatists had a point? Yes.
Mo-
They absolutely had a
yeah,
point.
for sure. But I mean, like,
They had it right, in my
disregarding
opinion.
how the whole organization was just manipulated by a
Yes,
Sith
of
Lord,
course.
and
But yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
think they had a point.
if it was legitimate.
Yes.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. If Mina Montero was leading it, then
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mina's awesome. So yeah. well, I think that probably wraps up today's podcast then. So
Okay,
thank you guys
that's
so
good.
much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to us on. Follow our Instagram at ITRHQ. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, After Productions. See you next week. Yeah, may the force be with you.
It was with you too.